Significant zeros. So some zeros are significant and some are not. I've already given you a couple of examples where one number had a zero that wasn't significant and some other numbers I gave you had some zeros that were significant. So how do you know the difference? Well, first of all, let's talk about the kind of numbers to which the significant digit rules apply. The significant digit rules apply to rounded, calculated, or measured numbers, okay? The numbers that are improperly rounded already, okay? So it might be a number that's given to you in a problem, or it might be a number that's already been rounded by somebody else if they did some calculations. But it's not an unrounded answer. So if the math has been done and you're doing multiplication and division, you got a really long answer and it hasn't been rounded yet, these rules don't yet apply, okay? So you have to have a number where the calculations have already been finished, including the rounding, okay? And if you're given a problem, a number from a problem, then you're going to look at that number that's given to you as already having been rounded. Okay. So there are a couple of rules, and there's a couple of ways to state it. There's kind of a simplified way of stating it that I like, and then there's the proper rule that you see in the textbooks. So first, I want to give you the proper rule that you see in the textbooks for significant zeros. And I like to there's just two rules, and I like to separate them into what I call the one-part rule and the two-part rule. So let's start with the one-part rule. I've never seen a textbook that called it the one-part rule, but I like to call it a one-part rule. And the one-part rule says any zeros between other significant digits are also significant. Any zeros between other significant digits are also significant. Okay? And then there's the two-part rule, or that's what I like to call it anyway. And the two-part rule is one in which you have to meet both parts for the zero to be significant. If you only meet one part of the two-part rule, that doesn't apply. You have to meet both parts of the rule for the zero to be significant. So that rule is any zeros following a non-zero digit and following a decimal is significant. So any zeros following a non-zero, that's not is, it should be R. Okay, R significant, because I had plural zeros here, didn't I?
So if it's like, let's say it's like 256.50, that zero is significant.
256.50, yes, that zero is significant. Yes. But 2,560, that zero is not significant because it follows a non-zero digit, but it doesn't follow a decimal place because you have to do both. Okay, let's do some examples. Y'all got this written down? Okay. How about we look at this number right here? We're going to analyze this number here for significant digits. Now, first of all, let me tell you this: as long as the rounding's been done, then all non-zero digits are significant. Okay, I didn't make that part of my significant digits rules, but you need to know that non-zero digits are significant. Okay, so we're going to give you this number now: 430,210 milligrams of carbon dioxide. Okay, let's analyze this one. Okay, first of all, we know that the non-zero digits are significant. Okay? So which means which numbers in this problem?
4, 3, 0, 2, 1, 2.
Well, that's a 0. So that's not going. Right now we're looking for non-zero digits only. Okay. Yes, that 0 is going to be significant. We'll find out. But right now, what are the non-zero digits? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this is a significant digit. This is a significant digit. This is a significant digit, and this is a significant digit. Okay. Now let's look at our one-pot rule. Okay. Any 0 between other significant digits is also significant. So is there a 0 that's between other significant digits? Okay. Which one is that? The one between the 3 and the 2. So this 0 is significant. Okay. Then this two-part rule says any zeros following a non-zero digit and following a decimal are significant. Do we have any zeros in that category? The last one. This follows a non-zero digit and it follows a decimal place. And by the way, when I say follows, it doesn't matter how far it's following. It just follows. It's, a mile long, it's still following. Okay. And when I say following, I mean to the right. All right. Because in the English language, we read left to right. So following would be to the right. If you were writing in Hebrew, you'd be following to the left. But they don't have Arabic numbers in Hebrew anyway, so I don't guess it matters. All right? I don't read Hebrew. I just knew that. So do we have any zeros that are not significant here? Yeah, these two don't fit either rule. They're not significant. Okay? Now, sort of the inverse rule that I like to use is this. Leading zeros are not significant. Okay? Leading zeros are not significant. If you like that one, I like that one. Leading zeros are not significant. Those two zeros are not significant. Okay? The associated rule that uses that sort of terminology is trailing zeros are significant when there's a decimal place. Trailing zeros are significant when there's a decimal place. That's just another way of stating the same thing. Okay? Trailing zeros are significant when there is a decimal. Okay? And I guess we could say the 0 in the middle here, that's our donut hole 0. So donut hole zeros are significant. I don't know if you like that or not. You don't have to say it that way. Okay? Just kind of a fun little way of saying that one. All right. You good? Let's look at a couple of more numbers here and see what we got. 4302.000 milligrams of nitrogen dioxide. Okay. How many significant zeros are there? 4 is correct. These 3 zeros are significant because they follow a decimal place in a non-zero digit. And this is a donut hole 0. It's between 2 significant digits. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so we got 4 significant zeros and a total of 7 significant digits. Okay? So this has 6 significant digits. And by the way, we use the shorthand sig figs sometimes, okay? 6 sig figs. And here we have 7 sig figs, or significant figures, kind of a shorthand version of that. So all of these digits are significant. Okay? Okay, let's see here. How about this one? Do we have any significant zeros here? Which zeros are significant here? All of them are. Because they're all between other significant digits. Okay? All the digits are significant. Okay? How many significant digits here? All of them are significant because this 0 right here follows a decimal place. This 0 is significant because it's between two significant digits. So this 0 is significant because it follows a decimal place and a non-zero digit. And the 0 in the middle becomes significant because it's between two significant digits. And that's why I worded this first rule the way I did. Any zeros between other significant digits, even if those other digits that are significant are also zeros. Okay? That makes sense? Trailing zeros, if there's a decimal place, are significant. But they have to trail non-zero digits. Okay? All right, so all these are significant. Okay, how about this? How many significant digits here? What did you say? All of them. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trailing zeros that are all significant because they follow a decimal place and a non-zero digit. Okay, let's look at one last number.
Yeah, that's 11.
What, did I miscount them? Oh, yeah. 8 digits, but I forgot the 3. Yeah, you're right. I forgot the 3 non-zero digits. You're right. Thank you. All right, let's see here. What did I have? Oh, I was doing this. Let's see. And let's say this is marbles. Okay. How many significant digits? Okay, that's a trick question. But you would say 4, wouldn't you? Okay. All right. You'd say 4. Are marbles discrete individual things? Yeah, you counted them, right? So all those are counting numbers. They're not measured or calculated numbers. All those digits are significant because those are counting. That's a counting number. A little bit of a trick question. Okay. All counting numbers. So all are significant. But if I say 430,400 moles of, let's say, what is it? SiO2. How about that? SiO2. Okay. Now, that's a calculated number. How many significant digits now? 4 significant digits now, because those trailing zeros are not significant. Okay. Got all that? All right. Is your head swimming? No? You doing good? Okay, good.